So the message that I would like to share to somebody who's contemplating starting the next step in their education journey while stationed here at Fort Irwin is to just start. Remember that you don't have to complete everything all at once. You can start with just one class, see how it goes. You can start with something short term like a certificate program, but once you start, that's going to help you build momentum to keep going and to ultimately accomplish those goals that you set out to start with.
I would say that my education has prepared me for my current career in the way that I was already a leader on the military. However, my degree in applied management has helped me to bridge that gap between the civilian sector and the military sector.
My education has contributed to my overall development by putting me above my peers with things like experience, promotion points, and a bunch of different opportunities in schools that I can attend just for having the knowledge that I have in my field.
I have chosen many different fields of study. I've taken management or business management, accounting, humanities, and studio arts. I want to be a more rounded person, and I think that doing all of these classes helps in that direction.
So I feel like my education, which was majoring in management, I feel like it's prepared me for my current profession. It talks a lot about management and leadership development, so I think it aligns very well with the career I have now. And then honestly, it could be used anywhere in the world, any job.
The specific skills I've acquired during my studies that were most valuable to me were networking skills. I did take some psychology courses, and they helped for me to better understand body language when people are collaborating. So you can't talk to everybody the same way. You have to be able to be open-minded to get your point across. So I would say those were the most important skills I was able to learn to help me where I'm at today.
So my challenges within my college years was balancing everything that I was doing, because I was working at the time, I was also deployed, and with that, I was living my life. So, I had to put a balance on everything and weigh the balance on what takes priority and what I need to take care of to accomplish my degree.
So the reason I chose this specific field is because if I was to tell you initially, I was an aspiring dentist student, and I finished my undergrad in health and sciences. So I did all the chemistry classes, the biology classes. But then I realized I had to make a decision whether to stay in the Army and serve as a soldier or get out and apply for dental school, which I'm still serving in the Army, so that took precedence for me. And then I wanted to choose a field that correlated with my current profession, which is a human resources non-commissioned officer. So that's why I chose the human resources path.
With doing an organizational leadership degree, definitely learning some of the basics on leadership, as well as just some of the other classes you take while you're going through your degree plan, right? Like I did an AI class that kind of taught me some of that innovation that's coming to the workforce and prepare me for the future.
So my most creative excuse, which was a real excuse, it was an actual thing, because I'm just not good at making excuses, but when I went home to visit family, they all live in the middle of nowhere. I think I was at a campground, so I had to literally go to the next town like 10, 15 minutes away to get any internet. So that was my excuse, but the takeaway from that was, I could have prepared better. I could have communicated with my teacher better, but that was definitely my most creative excuse for turning in late work.
I don't turn in late assignments. I don't. My assignments are always on time, if not ahead of time. I don't procrastinate. I would prefer to get everything finished so that I don't have to worry about it anymore, and I can do whatever I want to for the rest of the week.
I'd say what helped me a lot and is a strong resource for me is my family. And everyone was telling me, you know, you got it, you can do it. Also my friends, you know, they were backing me up. If I had questions, I had concerns on a certain subject, because I was not the best at math. So I was pinging a lot of my friends. I was like, what do I do in this instance, you know, with this problem, how to solve it, and also utilizing the tutor system that my college provided that helped me out a lot within my path.
Yeah, so there were many instances where I had to manage my responsibilities in pursuing my master's degrees, but in all honesty, it was this controlled chaos. So there were times where I would have to take, you know, my personal time, put it to the side, and put that emphasis towards pursuing my master's degree, as well as sleep, right? So I would wait till I do my job, get home with the family's asleep, and then I would take that time to pursue my degree as well. So sleep and personal time were definitely on the back end.
The biggest challenges I've faced during my college years were divorce, custody battles, and being broke. The only thing that kept me afloat and that kept me pushing were my kids and being a single mom. I wasn't gonna give up on them, and I wasn't gonna allow myself to fail. I had 2 responsibilities that I knew I was gonna have for the rest of my life, so why not push a little bit harder and make sure that my children are set and allow for myself to be their example instead of them depending on anybody else.
I think I handled the stress of college life by understanding that there's two type of, I like to think of juggling balls. So there's some balls that are made out of crystal, there's some that are made out of rubber. So as long as I'm not dropping the ones that are crystal, which will be the most important ones, it's okay if I just let something that can bounce back. Like if I drop it and then I just pick it back up. So
I think if my college career was made into a movie or a genre, I think it would be very similar to like Legally Blonde, because I really love the phrase where she's like it's hard, but most people see it as it is, but when you're actually doing it and you're very determined, you come out the end like it wasn't that bad. So I think that movie is very similar.
Man, if my college years was made into a movie, what genre would it be? I would say action, because there is a lot of it. You know, I was on the go all the time, continuously being busy, doing what I need to do, work, family, self, school.
So I think one of the biggest challenges I've faced going through this journey has definitely been balancing my family life with work. I mean, having three kids, it hasn't been easy, but I think the main reason why I was able to finish it was with the help of my wife. She definitely helped a lot. She knew what I was trying to do and how important that is to me, and I think having her there definitely stepping up at times to help us in the home definitely helped me be able to complete my degree.
My go-to comfort food during studying or test taking, honestly, it was anything in my house was in danger, because when I'm stressing over a test or any kind of work, I'm going for anything I can find. Multiple trips to the kitchen.
My celebration for this achievement is gonna be to be able to put on my regla, be able to put on that cap and gown, my honors tassels, and everything else that comes with it, and walk proudly through that stage. That moment where I turn and I look at my children to see their faces, their excitement, and their smiles is gonna be the biggest achievement I could ever have.